People think van life with a cat could be stressful, hard, and that cats won't adjust. But my cat Lucky actually chose van life before she ever chose a house. Hi, I'm Catherine from Sharing My Van Life. And when I first found my cat Lucky, she was a stray kitten. She chose to stay in my van instead of going into the house. And that kind of says everything about our journey. First thing that people can get wrong about having a cat in a van is that they won't adapt very well. And some cats, that's true, but not all. My cat adapted really incredibly well because the van became her safe space right from the start. It's less about the van and more about what they feel is home. Second thing that people often get wrong is they say cats need a lot of space to be happy. People think small space equals an unhappy cat. But my cat climbs. We have some high and low areas in the van. She watches everything from the front to back windows. She finds cozy spaces. She doesn't need a big space, she needs a secure space. And we do spend a lot of time outside. Third thing that people can get wrong is that cats hate to move around. My cat Lucky actually became curious rather than scared. She watches everything like it's her own little nature show. Another thing people often believe is van life with a cat can be very chaotic. Honestly, she brought calm to me, routine, comfort, companionship. She made the van feel like home way faster than I did. Some other people believe you don't have to change when you have an animal traveling with you. Mine did. I traveled for 3 years without Lucky, and then she came into my life. Even though she has adapted really well, I still have to make space for her litter box, finding fur everywhere, keeping her entertained, and then there's that 4:30 a.m. wake up. That's real. I also changed my traveling for her. Having a cat means I plan everything differently. Where I park, travel days are shorter. I think about her comfort constantly. She's not just along for the ride, she shapes how I travel. I try to stay in a place where I can take her out for a walk. So I stay in less truck stops and Walmarts. She likes to do her business outside as well. Temperature is also another huge concern. I have to make sure it's not too hot or not too cold. I have a wall behind my seats, which makes it easier to regulate the temperature. And her safety is also always on my mind. I do keep her on a leash when we're outside. Sometimes you want them to be able to roam, but that's also could be a concern. Not every cat can roam safely. In fact, most van life cats shouldn't. There's too many new environments, predators we don't know about, potentially getting lost. I feel I always have to be mindful of where we are before letting her out. She may have chosen the van life, but it's my job to make sure it works for her. People believe having a cat in a van can be either amazing or terrible. And it's actually probably both. Even with all the challenges, I wouldn't trade it for anything. She brings me comfort, companionship, and makes van life feel more like home. It's not always perfect, but it's really meaningful. And I've fallen in love with her, and I did that quickly. The fact that she chose this life with me makes it even more special. inside. If you've ever thought of traveling with a cat or a dog, or you already do, I'd love to know more about your experience and how it's been like for you. And if you enjoy real, honest van life stories, subscribe to Sharing My Van Life. Thanks for being here with me, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.